rarely ever needed friends like growing up. I did have friends, I had a lot of friends, but I rarely ever needed them. And I also had grown up in a house full of people, and I grew up around my cousins a lot and that kind of vibe. I don't think I ever had a shortage of entertainment. I rarely ever felt alone. More than anything else, I kind of would have liked more space. And then Pokemon came along. But I mean, like, the most consistent part of my childhood was the fact that Pokemon was my personal kind of like space. It was where I felt like I had the friends that actually understood me as much as I needed to be. The kind of friends who would go on adventures, the kind of friends who would like just hang out all the time. For me, Pokemon was a safe space. It didn't matter what was happening around me. I just had this one constant thing, like every day after school at 4 p.m. I knew that I was going to be watching Pokemon, and nothing actually mattered during that time. I could like space out of everything. I wasn't affected by anything during that time. No one was bothering me. And I was just having the time of my life, going on an adventure with Ash, Misty, and Brock, and all of the other friends, traveling to different places with Pokemon, and just having the time of our lives. And I think that that continued with me for a very long time, because even today I still watch Pokemon. I don't think there will ever come a time where I don't enjoy Pokemon. Like, for me, Pokemon is a place of comfort more than just entertainment. I think I've started to understand that now. It's like one of those things that kind of like center you. You always need a point of focus in life. And for me, Pokemon was like one of the points of focus in my life, where it didn't matter like if any of my needs were not being met by anything else, but like when it came to having to watch Pokemon, I could have the space to kind of like figure out whatever, and be able to process what I needed to process in that moment, and actually like be able to face the world again. So it was always like a very safe space for me. Yes, of course, it's entertainment and I love it, and I love like the vibes that went with it. But for me, like, I think it was more of a place of safety. It was more a place of comfort, and it was more a position of centering myself, where everything else outside became a little too much for me to handle. Obviously, like, other things like Dragon Ball Z came in, and then I think I stopped watching like animated series when Yu-Gi-Oh! And Ben 10 came along. I felt like that was more for like the younger people who came after me. So I was like, at that time, I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm moving on to different types of entertainment now, the kind of entertainment that I can relate to at a different stage in my life.